Great. Get my ball spot just about the back of my.
Right there. Nice and shiny.
Yeah, we don't.
She said a lot.
It takes just 5. So now it takes almost 7. Jason's like. The Stockton.
It's still there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I started. I passed it.
Well, let's get going here. Is that a absent-minded professional?
We had conflicts.
There's a conflict. Is it?
And just like.
All right, so I'm gonna try this format out, see if it works. Just a sort of interactive conversation. And please, if you feel like it's not working, waste of time, anybody, please let me know. Just decide.
It's enough for you.
I said it works.
Give it 10 minutes, then you can, okay?
Yeah, just give it a.
Give it a shot. No, we don't care about
Didn't
it.
even get through his whole.
I had to call Peach House.
Why?
Still didn't do it.
All right, so just in your areas, can you give 2 or 3 general items on accomplishments, challenges, that type of thing? No, it's winter time, so you got one.
Challenges, we just had another challenge. It's pretty obvious what's going on in our world here. So,
I don't know if this is being recorded.
I said it's-
Okay, sorry.
I mean, we're gonna do bank. Glad that we didn't make it. No. I will say like our same budget, I'm glad that we brought it and discussed it prior, like we, because we haven't only used it. To be into our surplus this year, so we're next year, I guess. I mean, normally. Oh, not a big increase, it's primarily standing anyway, but we're saying. That.
How is this?
We just don't get enough. And the new company got the contract this year seems to be working a timely fashion. We don't have a computer now. You see, we're going around now for up here. The bear they do cities.
Explain what you mean when you say we don't use enough.
Salt to say so. We use enough. I mean, like we don't. And that's what I'm saying is like not enough salt to say, you know, and in the whole ratio is there's very little salt. Is more saying we have enough.
But that's because like that's a decision that you've made, or that's a decision like
Yeah, no.
you're being held by, like what's making.
Oh no, there's a whole new.
So we got that. We got it. Yeah.
It's trying to,
Thank you.
we tried to do the salt reduction.
Yeah.
What like in our day when you have to like we do have a salt surplus, just pure salt, and you get the freezing rain and whatnot where you have to increase your ratio just for the yeah no.
Did you get your side, you're looking for pseudo sidewalks cleaned up last night?
Yeah, for what we have for equipment to maintain that. Yeah, it's hard because you just pack it in there all long, and then you try to get snow from behind the grill and out of there. I was thinking that today, if we only had a way to move, like on Emily's down there, if we could move the snow sidewalk side across the street, like state roads. We don't even plow. Say it's all the state that puts it there. Up by Hannaford where that sidewalk is.
Okay.
We came, turned it off and you get.
Wait, what did you said my road? And
I was gonna say.
Because they take all the snow from the sidewalk across your street and shove it into your yard.
talking two different things.
Like how you, like out
Switch
there.
it up.
Yeah, I know, yeah, I think about it too.
If we,
Can you interpret again?
When did you move?
if we move the snow from the sidewalk side up by Hannaford, saying that's not our, road. We don't plow the state road.
Oh,
That should be hard, to understand. And we don't plow. it.
No. Again, it doesn't happen very often. I'm on your side. It took me a
I
moment.
mean, if we plowed it, I would be glad to go up there and just put it all on the other side of the road and then the sidewalk would be clear, but state that comes back and pushes all the snow back to the sidewalk. It's just one of those battles that you have, the state does Sentinel Road, they throw snow on the sidewalk, village come back, sweep it off, state come back, they put it back on, it's that's what keeps us all employed here.
It's a cycle, and it's what I'm saying.
It's a vicious cycle.
Anything else you got?
You're only 3 minutes in, keep going.
Waste time.
He's trying to,
Hasn't been 10 minutes yet.
he's trying to get us all say, don't do this.
Yeah, don't have him back.
One thing that Ken's been helping me out with is I sent it all to you, the husband and wife looking for a mirror so they can see how it's coming out of their driveway. And also, if you read through that, looking
I had chat interpret
for
it.
signs.
Chat was confused.
I listened to it. I came to the village meeting, and if you got down that far, there's a little back and forth.
That's it, was it 1:30? Where is it?
What's that?
It's on the town side of the Mill Pond Drive.
It's
It's 1:30, right?
it's the property that's.
Right
What's
next
his
to Robbie
Yeah.
Whitney's.
Right on the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, the road we had,
There-
where we had to take the sign down and all that.
View
Yeah,
there.
I just wanna make sure
They
that's what
don't
I
need
thought.
mirror.
It's really
I'm
nice.
sorry.
I backed in their
that's
driveway
residential,
yesterday.
so Signs to tell you residents.
So there's all sorts of regulations. Mirrors.
Do you know what they're talking about when they say neutral, passive?
No,
There's chat.
no,
Pass.
they need to dumb that whole conversation down. a little
Do you know what I'm
bit.
saying? Like the phrasing that they use for
Yes.
like non-intrusive, blah, 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 residential signage. I was like, come on, what are they actually? To be fair, I
They
did
want a
ask chat.
sign that says, we have a driveway here. That's basically what.
There are communities that actually have like host residential area, but they're more so with their like in a HOA, like a development like this
Right.
is here now we're. I think that's kind of what they're looking for to say, hey, this is
But interestingly enough, their zoning switches like.
that's commercial down there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
And the thing
Maybe not
again,
exactly, but very close.
it's gotta be with that shopping process,
Yeah.
I've been saying, be some
They're
new shops.
commercial zone.
Yeah.
and they're also back in and
And
they're
they
like.
have signs
Yeah,
all over
people,
the town.
that's like, they're driving, they're saying they are, but.
So just be
Yeah.
prepared that they may show up. The next board meeting.
And like I say, I did a little research on it, and as far as the official traffic marking, it's not a stop sign or yield sign, it's not stated that a mirror is an actual traffic marking, so we'll just go post it in the right of way. I mean, is it easy enough? It's easy if you all say, God, they're a pain in my butt. Spend $100. But it's.
If
But-
you drive
But
by-
it's only
there's
purposing a
something
private
instructing
road,
driving.
it's not a traffic.
I don't think it's that
marking.
bad.
It's
No,
not,
but
right,
it's not.
right.
If you were to in or out, you could see down either side of the road, so there's no
Yeah.
need for.
But I think the key there is it's a private driveway. We cannot be putting up
Anything.
anything for a private. There was a road, sort of like the mirror, isn't there a mirror around like that?
Yeah.
Or like the
Like
one at
Oshkosh.
the bottom of Acorn, there's one. There, and I mean, that's a good example of where it's needed.
It's highways.
Generally, you gotta have like a history of accidents or something for what's a problem. How can we prevent an accident? It's, better than I could there. You, I could be wrong.
I think one of the last one was like 15 years ago. I mean, I know, I don't remember who it was.
Anything else going on?
Just minor stuff. We're gonna sell. Shannon did research on. Getting rid of that one pickup truck that's. It's being.
I'm bartering.
Yeah, we got a scrap dealer, with one. wanted to buy it, I gave the price too high, so it. If that's acceptable with
What is it? What is it?
Ford Ranger,
Beautification.
What year is it?
I don't know, and
That one,
it's your last inspection.
I was gonna say, what is it? It's the chassis bed.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
and it doesn't stay here,
Okay,
so.
so it's scrapped.
Yeah. So you can be driving and it could just stop or stop and it'll start driving. Right now, they are. me
You 10 minutes.
I told them,
That's-
that's what I asked for, so if he wants to keep my business at the transfer station.
If you get 5, I think you'd be lucky. I mean, 3 is, I think, there.
Wait, I had a question.
Yes.
How close do you think you are within like your overtime budget? Like what you budgeted for overtime for your drivers?
Did we?
I, to be honest, I generally don't budget the overtime. That's hard to determine. I don't have, you may have a better answer where we're at. I in January. It's like good,
Of course, you've already used February and March, but
but we have been busy. To say that.
Yeah.
As far
I mean,
as,
Yeah, it's not like I'm telling you not sent to stop sending them out. I was just
Yeah.
wondering.
no,
Stop plowing the road.
well.
I would say that
when-
we're probably okay, I mean, on the guys aspects, they're grumpy.
Yeah,
So,
they would like it to stop snowing.
I 7 days, like
They don't-
24 hour.
7 days a week, so.
but at the end of the season, they're looking for checks and.
Not important.
It's, I mean.
Well, it is later. Right now, it's not.
That goes, but there's the time, like you say, haven't done the job, I can get it completely, I can say to her, it's spring, and I sleep on the couch all winter, so I didn't disturb her, and I go to work, and sometimes I go to work, come home. She didn't even know about that.
But as I say, once the season's over and they look. they go,
Yeah.
"Oh, yeah,
Is there anything we can do for them? Lunch
Sure. Talk about it.
No.
Outside of that, pretty good. No, I mean, they're good. I mean, they're good. It's just like you're around each other, you're around those guys more than you're around your spouse. And that's, you do get on each other's nerves that one person working harder, or somebody missed a call out and that's not fair.
Just my babies.
But it's nothing new for you.
No, it's, I usually expect it more in
What's gonna happen then? If it's happened now.
We'll see. See, hopefully just catch with this will, this a couple. Maybe now a day, you lift your spirits, so sun pop out for a day, you don't have to go to work. Just.
One thing that affects, like. You three, and is the dog park.
He's like, oh, no.
You have nothing to do with it.
Out of the dog park.
Well, you'd be helping.
No,
As we met the Rotary and we went through some duties, responsibilities. They're stuck on this wood chip thing. I told them it's, we'll go over and look at Saranac Lake's wood chips and see if we can run our wood chips through a wood chipper. Get them small enough.
there's a difference,
Yeah.
or, I mean, yeah.
No,
So,
our ones.
I own that by saying, yeah, we got a wood chip, but. It's more in sarcasm, I like endless supply, it wasn't like, cause. Like, you know, like a playground wood chip is not wood chip,
Right,
you can have dog. It, park,
well, and
God, I don't know what else is in there.
having a spike in their paw.
Yeah.
Those things are, anyways, that's. Jeremy, you wanna?
Sure. So Haley got up an opportunity for a grant with the state for some funding on recreational spaces, and so looking at getting the pieces together, that would be basically 2 structures, but one of them would be combined with the athletic field. One's a restroom and like a little covered pavilion area for picnic tables and things like that over by pickleball, volleyball courts. And then a storage building. And again, kind of where the master plan has it right now is kind of in that channel space next to the volleyball. But could go on the other side, closer to the parking lot side, so that we have some flexibility in where it would go in the end. But and that would be storage space for soccer goals, field equipment, cross nets, that kind of stuff to kind of pick up some of the stuff that's over in the area over there, and then plus the equipment that we have. It's up to $1 million, 10% match. So depending on what we come in for pricing on all of that. So so just been having some conversations. It's really quick though. But we should have some example pricing in the middle of next week for that. Things are going okay now that we've gotten past the last thaw that we had. Sorry, Ken. Oh, they don't want it to stop snowing. We might actually be able to earn you some more money if it would melt a little bit. That nice big pile of white snow over there, they're going to be super excited about. But they started having their dealers in last week. They had a couple sessions last week. It went really well. They had a session in the beginning of this week. They don't have anyone in the rest of this week. And then they're back with full sessions all the way until the end of February, starting next week. But that's going well. So much so that Jackson Dawson, it doesn't really have impact for the town, but they're starting to have conversations with some of the large corporations about just bringing other activations and opportunities to the community, just broadly speaking. I don't know what that means, but they're just like excited about being here, seeing what's out, stuff. So could mean some more jobs for folks in the area. If there be something that's broader, could be something good. Not sure yet. And then we're going to try to give a quick update on Toboggan. So obviously this past weekend with the weather and stuff was a little bit tricky, but attendance was low this weekend. Opening weekend attendance was really good. We are going to try to do Can-Am, basically for Can-Am this Thursday night. So we'll see if we get some teams to come, and I've been talking to Chad with Orda to get the message out to the teams that are coming. That'll be an opportunity there for them and anybody else, but primarily probably Can-Am. And they did get the track cleared from the beach to Toboggan down to the cottage on Main Street side. And when they tried to go the other way along Bear Lake Drive, you can see the tracks out there. They're trying to blow. They got a couple hundred yards and they ended up in water. So doubt. Yeah, they gave up. As soon as they hit water, they gave up.
That's strange, like solid.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Ice is floating.
Yeah, and we actually, I'm not concerned about it, but we did have some, after the super cold temperatures on Saturday, we do have some pretty big stress fractures in the ice, right out into the sheet right in front of the opening there. So one that comes right across, and then one that runs left along the side of kind of outrun area. That's the excitement. It does. They're definitely, when you're out there and you hear it, you freeze, literally. You don't want to move it. You get just slightly nervous. Yeah, those are, I would say, just the three.
How's staffing looking for?
Not good. So I think we're going to be fine for evening sessions, but won't be able to do much during the day because we only have 2 staff that can pull sleds, and all the rest of the staff that we have other jobs that they're in this class.
How about during the day?
Yeah,
That'll be there during the day. The staff will be there during the day. Craig would.
Right. I have 2 people to pull sleds.
Pull the friggin' sled. President's.
Presidents.
Oh, we want to be open the whole.
Right, yeah.
Again, I don't think I have a problem with night shifts, but I just have a problem with it. Yeah.
What's a good number? Like on a good day, how many people go through?
I don't know, like from yeah, it's a couple hundred, it depends. So during weekends, Saturday is obviously is the bigger of the day, Sunday's pretty small. Friday night is kind of in between Saturday, and Sunday in terms of numbers. And then during President's Week, if we could open during the day, we actually see fairly decent numbers during the day, which is kind of strange to a lot of people. People coming into town are going for skiing, but they'll still come to tobogganing, but it's pretty steady at about. I mean, we're netting about $1,000 a night, and so the difference is $20 and $10 a kid. So it's a couple hundred people that'll come a night, but
And the day one is more like 3,000.
2,500 to 3,000. Yeah,
First weekend we did 17th.
yeah, good point.
Just fill you in on one more thing, the unbeknownst, the ignorance, but we got a call from, Shannon got a call from the FAA, and I thought it was all straightened out, the initially using hangar on aviation, well, it wasn't straightened out, so. Thanks to Shannon and Doug Bauer, they did some angling, and I think it'll be okay, so.
Appreciate what you can think.
Right now, it's in managerial, heard this morning, and should have an answer hopefully by Monday.
Gonna stick them. Poke them a little bit
Um,
today,
We both gave a poke.
so move it through or. Yeah, I don't wanna say the or.
Yeah,
What do you have down other than brand new tickets for everybody?
would you like one? Transfer station's good, everything running smoothly. No issues there.
Talk about the fire.
That was fun.
That's been going on.
So our wood chip pile has spontaneously combusted. Well, it's been going on.
Those ones from. That's what the sun, like, things like.
Just like-
That's really what it does. It's not on your Teams on, I was like.
Yeah, so,
They're down there at the big, the fire department show.
yeah, I gave them each time and threatened them if they brought someone down. That'd be good, so. So we did the grinding and chip the brush. I guess it was lack of not knowing, but the fresh stuff was put on the old pile. And it kind of heated it, so. But if you do wanna see, we actually made some nice coal. It was that hot, and after a week. It decided to take off again, which we were not aware, but this is what it looked like. Nice and black. If anybody's looking for trust.
Yeah.
It's out now.
This time.
Yeah, I know, that's what I thought. Back. So it's been completely spread out. We demolished the whole pile down, took it down and spread it until we weren't getting anything. Not to say it's not gonna happen again, but. We usually get something like this in the compost, but we turn it enough. We weren't expecting it with the wood chips. Well, lesson learned there. Pile alone on the chip. Other than that, airport's fine, things are running okay there. The FBO that I have possibility I spoke with today. And we're gonna have to, Duncan,
Okay.
he has a partner now who's interested in the FBO end and he'll be the mechanic end.
That's your talking person.
It looks promising, so I don't know who's gonna sit in on the meeting with him, but I do need some availability to set up some conversation.
Okay.
More than that.
Can I just add one more? The FBO reminded me, so the RFP for the contract with Craig Woodward's due today. And I believe Max is the only one who has submitted any.
Do you know what the conference was?
I haven't seen it. So I haven't seen it. Okay.
Do any of you three accept community service?
I'm the only one that does.
Okay.
And I sometimes put them in a different department.
Be surprised. Send an email. Not that.
Most of the community service I get is from probation.
Yes, that's who emailed and wanted.
Yeah, I will take them as long as I know what their offense is. And I ask that for several reasons, because any area I put them in is in a public area. I can't have child predator working somewhere. I can't have someone who's a thief working somewhere. So if they're just a drunk or get a drug charge.
Yeah, I feel that.
They'd be very straightforward. No problem asking you what you did, because if you did the time, you do the crime, or if you did the crime, you do the time.
I will put in the disclaimer that that's the sole.
Well, it could, being such a small area, you got, somebody could have probation for a
Sure.
local crime, and then you come face to face with your accuser. And, yeah, so. there has
And
been
I may,
circumstances to keep certain people out of there. Yeah.
when they call me to set up their community service, I let them know I'm a one and done. So you screw up once, you don't call and tell me you're not coming after I arrange something, don't call me, I won't answer.
You
We're
mostly
done.
have them do recycling, right? Like when they're-
Yeah, recycling,
Had a mower once.
funny, the year when the lacrosse players were damaging everything in town, I made them clean out underneath the compactors. So,
Been there, seen that.
good
There's-
punishment, so.
Yeah,
But yeah,
good thing.
I have no problem giving them
Check that out
whatever, I
sometime.
can send them to the cemetery to rake. Pine needles, whatever, you know.
You need somebody. If you got somebody. We said, this time of year, a push will go a long ways, and they can see.
Yeah,
As I say,
Tomorrow you can go for it, yeah.
I got a, just a request from
Yeah.
probation to see if we're still accepting people, so.
yeah, they changed, personnel, so that's why I don't hear from them anymore.
So in the future, we'll be putting together multi-year plans. What did you want? 13579? No.
But the union.
What happened?
I would like 3510 now.
3510. Okay, just capital improvement projects,
Your big dollar.
big, yes, and infrastructure, buildings, things like that, and just associate with some sort of price tag to it so that we can do some planning rather than doing it at budget time. Do the planning long term. So I will be meeting with Barry to go over this building, see where his priorities are.
It's just
Right.
better than all of a sudden finding out that
Right.
we need 3 roofs and 2 trucks and
I'm working with Kimball and
right now.
the village on getting these windows replaced. Yeah, right. Yeah, under the energy grant.
Yeah, that Kimball had mine. right?
Yes, yeah, this side and that side, the front still has to be repaired, yeah. But we can move on these side, and after being in this place, God, it's cold.
But you know.
That's why I've always suggested we could just buy North Alva embroidered coats for them. It's less expensive.
Sit down to the highway and sit in that office for a little bit.
Anything else?
Well, I mean,
Got 2 minutes.
okay, I'll just really quick, the big thing on the radar of it, that I can see, I mean, that there's a roof on our building.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we're beyond like the 20-year warranty that we had. We had the assessment done by their
Yeah.
guy, or that Devin Corwin,
Corwin,
look at it, wrote a report on that. So that's the big one, that and the structural steel on the inside in a couple places needs a little attention.
Yes.
No, it's not gonna fall over, but the roof. is
I don't know, the beam I looked at.
Probably within the next 5 years, I would say, that's a. Keep that back in mind. No gun.
Do you have any idea what the village electric and school side looks like? Probably the same.
As far as the roof, yeah,
It's the same roof.
oh, it's
I
all,
mean,
yeah,
how about
that
the
was one big
beams,
membrane that's.
support beams inside?
Theirs aren't as bad as ours, only like in the wash bays where you get the typical. The residue from the salt being away. So, Village has a couple that are bad. We've got a couple that are bad, just I beams that are holding the whole building, they're just a little rusty in the bottom. They're big.
Just a little.
They're not gonna, like I say, it's not gonna fall over, but long term, it's just one of those things that you should protect your investment.
Sure,
I mean, you don't have really much invested in that building.
Right.
Roof.
Hmm.
Once, so.
Since everybody's here now, apologize for my failure on Monday. I will not go with a forecast again.
I enjoyed the snow day nonetheless.
That's why I asked for your telephone numbers, your private numbers, so that. You know, early in the morning, if it's obvious, then we'll try to do it as soon as possible, but if it's snow, temperatures, things like that. Gonna hold off, it's just not predictable around here, so, I mean, as Ken said, Monday was just another day,
We call it.
so.
I think you're right, I think we had more snow like the previous Thursday than we
Yes.
got
Mhm.
over this
Yeah.
snowstorm.
South of here, yes, they got more snow.
I
All
will
right.
say my coworkers who are all traveling now appreciated it because none of them felt
Yeah.
right about driving. And then it really snowed all day Monday, so they were okay.
Hell, it was lonely, but
Yeah. I noticed till like 12:30.
I was here most of the night.
all right, thank you.
No, I was here, I was one of the few that were.
We done here?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jeez. Bye. Thank you for coming. Come again next month.
No. One and done.
Start the year off right, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Toodles. Thank you for saying you're old. You just said you're old. Yeah.
She knows.
It's wishful thinking, it didn't work.
Good to see you.
Come on up to the table.
Okay,
Next group.
that's good.
I'll repeat what I said. Please give your feedback on, I'm trying to. You know,
Oh, Jim has to make.
get sort of like groups. I
They're too long.
looked at faces for the past year and saw the boredom when. Talking about road salt and.
I think he saw his own boredom reflected in your eyes.
And then Ken, when Todd was going on assessments and things, but.
I did say though, like, I feel like the three of us would all talk to each other. We're all on the same floor. If there's anything, like, we would be good about it. What I don't know is like, yeah, what's going on at highway or parks, and that's where I'm like, oh, they needed to loop us in.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes when you said this to me earlier, and I feel like at certain times you've heard Jeremy talk about Scott's Goblin, you've been like,
Yeah.
yeah, should they get a sign permit?
Yeah.
You know, it's like things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Where like
just random.
you guys interact a little bit more than. you
Yes,
do
right,
in-
because we're, yeah,
Yeah.
And maybe we can, you know, all sit together. And I'm just gonna try to really cut people
Yeah.
to
got it.
7-10 minutes.
I think that was probably would be the most effective, is just having them all there, but just going like no more, because conversations seem to kind of digress.
It's a lot.
So
I'm guessing you're Jack.
I am, yeah.
Hi,
Oh.
Darcy,
I've actually.
Whitney, code enforcement, building department.
Assessor.
Sorry.
Kind of
I
mix it up.
didn't ma-
From context when you
guys sit
down.
Gotcha. I'm a little disappointed to see you guys here. I was hoping that you two were the ones least familiar with the site visit. So I was hoping one of you would go so you could fill in the other one to say like, hey, this is what I saw. because this is gonna be a big public hearing and
It was so,
on the
Yeah.
fourth, I know.
Yeah, they're big.
Best laid plans and horrible timing, but that was when the review board could go and, okay, so. All right,
we have
so,
Emily here, we just. put her-
Yeah. well, these guys, I think, are all familiar with the property, so they can fill you in.
Yeah.
And you'll get a recap too at the public hearing.
If
The
they-
review board will recap their site visit and what they observed, so hopefully you can use that to your advantage.
Keep going.
Okay,
You got 3.5 minutes left.
I had sent out a while ago about the fees.
Yes.
So I know you had questions and it actually like prompted more organized discussion and evaluation of where we're at. So, yeah, we reevaluated all of our fees and kind of came up with a going forward plan. So things don't lapse for 20+ years. So did you have any other comments or anyone have any comments
You
about
sent
it?
all of that, the whole package out, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, email that out, so,
Yeah, so originally when that first proposal was only fees that hadn't been looked at in like 25 years. And
right,
then I went to her and said, this is the concern.
Yeah.
And then she was, well, that's not even the fees we're looking at. Those fees haven't been increased in 15 years. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
So then that prompted a whole review of
yeah,
everything.
which actually made way more sense, so,
Unfortunately.
yes, thank you for that,
The
and
theme of the year, I think.
was it?
I think it is becoming that.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we, so, right, the fees from 2001. Forget it, we can never raise them enough to like meet today, but
Mhm.
we went with a little balance and. We feel that we're absolutely in line, with other communities and nothing was exorbitant and all makes sense.
Mhm.
A lot of, or there's a couple where it is a formula. There's a flat fee and then the formula was, it had been $4 increase per 1,000. And that's what we bumped up to $10 increase per 1,000. So it just makes it work a little better. Okay. So I think that's it. As a two other updates, we got our cloud permit mobile app for inspection, so it came yesterday, we utilized it today, we're great, so we're happy with that one. And yeah, all systems moving forward with that. I think that's it for me, unless you guys have questions.
Just one comment.
Yeah.
From a county standpoint.
Yeah,
The county's talking about short-term rentals. And policing and fees and registration, and it's like. We are so far ahead of that, poor Jay's gonna be eaten up.
Mm,
And the last auction, where I believe there are 80 parcels on. Because it was a 3-year,
80 parcels total.
yes,
wow,
cumulative from the court rulings. There are quite a few in J, and I noticed a couple people from Lake Placid bought a couple pieces of property.
interesting.
There are only 2 here. One was the Bergamini property around the lake, not the building,
The weird skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone bid on that?
Wyrex.
100,000, good.
Yeah.
I know, we said that,
Yeah.
we're like, hopefully they buy it and,
That's green space.
Yeah.
perfect,
Yeah.
So, the other one was.
Liberty Hills.
You're right. What was the street? It was,
Uh,
whatever.
It's a vacant,
It's vacant.
yeah.
Juniper, yeah,
Okay, yeah.
But it's like abandoned HOA land too.
correct,
Yeah,
right,
Recreational land, which was undefined, and
Yeah.
therefore, who's gonna fight it?
yeah.
So now it's building lot.
Yep.
There was a couple in Saranac Lake too.
I noticed our local lawyer got another piece.
oh.
Okay.
I had a question. You said we couldn't raise them from like 2001 levels. Like making up all that time.
Correct.
Is there a plan to like make it up in the next 3 to
Well,
5 years or just kind of see where?
I said, let's reevaluate, in 2030. Just as like a good, and then we'll do every 5 years after that, so. we'll see where we're at and if it, yeah, brings it closer to other municipalities or other fees, but we think we're pretty good.
2026.
Yeah,
You'll hear about it.
exactly. Yeah, I think it'll become apparent, in another 4 years. Like, right, do we need to bump this up or are we okay?
Since they only talk so much, we're gonna talk next.
Yeah.
Was actually, you might, I'm so tossy to it. Yeah.
Being three of us.
Deb's about 60% through exemption renewals. I say that I'm talking about the 467 exemptions, which is old age, low income. And so some just don't remember it, some just don't respond.
It's not.
Wait a minute. Exemption, senior exemption, you don't say old age exemption,
Yeah.
senior exemption.
Dick was very offended.
Yeah, really. I don't
It's still low.
He's asking his feet right now.
What were we talking about?
Sticky on
Where am I?
But that means the recalcitrant 40% are difficult to communicate with for one reason or another.
Alzheimer's exemption.
That's why that
That's
is so tough.
Yeah.
Friday, I'm going to what's called pre-decisional collaboration meeting, state at the county.
Wow.
The state doesn't do things better, they just put a bigger name.
Can we all go?
Yay.
Is there an open bar?
On the way home. So major type A residential was a 3% trend. As determined by the state and agreed to by me. And they would say that we're about 93.84% of value for the residential, which is the bulk of the value of the town. Which means I don't have to move very far to get within the 95 to 105% range. Doesn't mean it's gonna be easy though, because in some neighborhoods where I tried to apply 3%, looked at it relative to the most recent sales. Can't do that to that neighborhood. Other neighborhoods, sadly, some of the lower value ones by a percentage rate are going faster. It's just the nature of what's cheap and what's not cheap. And then the stuff over 1.2 million, that's accelerating like crazy. So next year's numbers, I fear for. Commercials moving about 1%, vacants 4%, and I'm doing new land tables on the vacants for next year because they're harder and harder to adjust to reality. So maybe they just need to be totally recalibrated. But next year's full reassessment is if I don't do one every year anyhow. That's about it for my long-winded, boring stuff. And then you talked about transition. Or didn't talk about it yet. So you're gonna leave that alone.
No. Succession planning.
So. As noted, I asked for money in budget for about half a person starting somewhere around September. We're gonna try. So that's our succession planning, is trying to replace Deb. It'd be very expensive for you to parallel my position and get someone interested financially in doing it. With dangling a full-time or near full-time position, we might be able to replace or parallel Deb for now and hopefully get this person up to speed. So Deb, she actually offered this up today, could go off into actual part-time where there's no health benefits involved because she's Medicaid anyhow, Medicare.
That's it. Medicare, okay? Three singers in one session. Medicare.
So that being said, more money could be dedicated towards luring someone off the street to actually take that position.
Does Deb have any friends?
We talk about it whenever someone might be a likely victim. And I just try to keep my eyes open and I don't know. It's supposed to be an open hire anyhow, so I can't really funnel anybody.
What's your timetable? Because you have, or and you're talking about next year doing a full reeval, so.
I could have retired 2 years ago. I'm 58. 6-year term, you just reappointed me. maybe till the end of that term.
Okay, so we got you for a while.
I'll be in my urn by then.
I'll be at home.
Yeah.
We can remember how to get there.
Next month, I'll stay there. I'll go and stay there.
But, Todd, don't you think the position is like, I know you, like, don't you you would recruit from like the state or from like you, or from the county, or like, you're not just like hiring someone who doesn't know anything.
The prerequisites involve having real estate experience, but they're pretty loose to allow people into the assessor position and then pile of training that's applied to that. Ideal for you guys would be to find someone who's assessed and fairly successfully to come here and just take over. Maybe have different habits, things like that, but of same general business principles. So New York State Assessors Association, they do like post jobs on there, and you can become aware of people from elsewhere in the state. Because, you know, pulling somebody from Pennsylvania or New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Fine, they know real estate, they know appraisal, know assessment, but then there's New York State rules, which that's a whole other.
So your plan is to,
Replace the helper.
but that person wouldn't necessarily then step up in your position.
We talked about that today, and that's a less likely scenario.
Okay.
So that person could get an expert in it and get some field time to understand what we're doing out there, collecting data and how it relates to what gets stuck in the computer. And so someone getting good at being at the desk, and then a hired gun for fighting.
Probably, what, 6 months from your retirement date or longer, depending upon the skill level.
You're gonna have to throw a decent amount of money to get someone to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's a declining population. And getting young people interested in assessment.
There's a whole team
Get
talking
them to
about.
look up from their cell phone for that, you know, so. And it will be replaced by AI, yes.
Yeah, that's what
And that's another point, is we're switching to a whole new state-sponsored and designed computer system to mimic what we used to call RPS, Real Property Systems version 4. That's the stuff we in the whole county and 95% of the state operate on. It was written in COBOL. So, you know, time is now. And it's gonna be based in Albany, central servers. Poking through your data. But that's just the nature of New York State and business projects. And this was a long coming business project to get this system designed. And it's about to be implemented. So that new person would be coming in on the new system and not have to waste their time learning the old system, just discard it a year later.
Computers could replace what you do.
Well, not the field part of it.
Yeah.
So not the field part of it, but.
No, but remote sensing, I get offers once a month from companies that use aerial photography similar to ours. Get all the metrics from it, and guess at what it's looking at and assess it. That's gonna be a little tricky for a while.
Yeah.
For all these trees.
Now what you got going,
Trees.
trying to get some money.
Yeah, I always, like personally and professionally. So.
Well, if you were.
And, oh yeah, so the CEC position, I've gotten like 3 or 4 like letters, cover letters for that, and a few other people emailed who are interested, so they'll have.
What was the deadline?
The 3rd, I believe, so you should have some people at least.
If you put it in like a matrix, it has like every venue been checked.
I haven't even looked.
Okay.
It's just in a folder. Do you wanna view it, you know, as they come in?
No, save it until the second. Third.
And then I'm applying for parks grants, for restrooms and pickleball courts again. And
I got your email, I will work on that for you.
okay, no worries.
I just got
Jason,
it.
not Jason, Jeremy and I spent a lot of time talking about restrooms today. So I like,
He called me yesterday.
yeah, I just like learned a lot about bathrooms and not forever against my will. And also applying for generous acts grants for the childcare committee, which is due next Wednesday.
And you're not doing leave for childcare?
No, because they want like, because this is for like an endowment fund.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which doesn't work for leave.
No, probably something else. But I don't remember.
He's calling you on something. I can't remember.
He also doesn't remember.
We're doing great.
Yeah, at your age, can't you know? My age, I can say that. I don't
They'll be
remember.
fine.
Are you having trouble communicating with anyone?
I guess it's a little different, but we keep getting asked, is there anything happening with like the grant money, or is there any grant money for like rehabilitation on Sentinel and, you know, coming up Mill Hill and
There maybe can be depending on the.
that end of town
Yeah.
still?
Oh, for the DRI?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know. They haven't heard anything back yet. State
Okay.
hasn't, yeah. That's fine.
I've had a few other people like asking about just different things, so I did.
They announced it like March last year or something. It was a
Okay.
couple months. Yeah.
Okay.
This is terrible, but I don't know the answer to this. The CDBG has not been announced.
Oh, yeah, you were awarded, town was awarded, their CDBG home repair grant.
500,000.
Almost, yeah.
Or,
And I think, Caitlin also got, like, Adirondack Roots also got mobile home replacement money, and so she wants to find a way to like make that work.
oh, yes, this is all coming back to me. Yeah, I've talked to Caitlin way too much to
Yeah.
actually, it like all blends together.
Yeah.
And the mobile home replacement, and so the town was funded the CBG, which you remember when Caitlin came in September, so that was funded. So potentially, yes, like, but it would be town-wide housing rehab.
How does that work? Is it an application?
It's an application, but I would bet that Caitlin's working off an old wait list
She has
that's 10 years long.
Very long
And
wait list, yeah.
yeah, and usually it's like, oh, they're dead, oh, they're dead,
But they
and then
don't
you
call
find
back,
someone
you don't have
who's
the right
alive.
number or something.
But because we just had one, it hasn't been that long since we had a CDBG, like it was what, 5 years ago?
No, less than that.
It's not.
4
I'd say
years ago?
maybe three to four.
Yeah. So,
three.
so we have like probably made our way through the wait list a little bit, so
Yeah.
there could actually potentially be like an opening of a wait
I also
list.
think sometimes for like particularly urgent cases, sometimes that can affect where you are on the list too. But don't quote me.
Yeah, I mean, the wait list should be relatively current.
No, it's literally like all the wait lists at Adirondack Roots are at least like 10 years.
Oh,
long.
okay, because.
Because you can only do like 3 houses on, which I know sounds crazy,
I
but
know.
when you start dealing with state money and paying, like what you're paying, what you have to pay and doing lead testing and asbestos testing on everything, that's so stupid. That you have to pay people a lot of money, then, you know, things cost a lot more than just doing it privately.
It's a little in your water.
So you test,
No,
test
no.
a.
No, yeah, yes, asbestos, yeah. And Darcy would say yes to that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, but so 450 will probably only get 3-ish homes.
I think 500 did like 5 last time.
Well, we had one big one.
They had the giant one.
We had the
with
big one, which was 100 plus.
Yeah.
So I mean, that, I think, didn't we have 4?
And it was more than a mobile home replacement.
And a mobile home replacement
Yeah.
had to be paired with other money to
Yeah.
finish the
Yeah.
mobile home
Okay,
replacement.
okay.
Tom, did you get a list of these?
I get enough lists.
Are we talking about Chris, so they know that, yes,
You don't think
because
so?
he gets pulled, they get pull permits, so he gets the list of the full permit.
Yeah.
But-
So-
So he calls me to ask who, I just, he wants to know, I'm like, oh, there's 2 bedrooms, like, wait, why are you there? Oh my God! Nobody knows something. You don't really wanna know. But the other exciting part besides CDBG is a county-wide mobile home replacement, which I love mobile home replacement grants because you literally get to just like crunch up a trailer and get it out there and they get a brand new mobile home free and clear. Because the reason why people they like literally can't afford to replace a mobile home. And so they get a mobile home for free, even with the conditions that they can't like, you know, sell it and do all those things. And the other thing that's different about this mobile home replacement grant is other mobile, I think always CDBG mobile home replacement, you have to own land underneath, but this is, I want to say a mobile home replacement, so different funding source, and it can be in a mobile home park. So there is potential that some of these mobile homes that we replace will be in Cascade Acres. Potential.
How much was that? Great.
That one is maybe 1 million, but it's countywide.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
Do we get to crunch the old ones up?
no.
I mean, you can have.
Boats,
Rage room idea.
boats get put in the compactor.
That's the one.
Yep.
That sounds fun.
yep.
I don't know if you two are here, we'll be looking for 3, 5, 10-year plans for infrastructure upgrades, any high cost type of things.
So AI to replace me.
Yeah, because it's gonna be expensive.
I-
But cheaper in the long run.
The requisite will be that they can walk around.
There we go.
Yes,
That's it,
Anybody have anything else?
I do. Does anyone know if there is sewer on the breakaway off of Old Military? See, Kenny, I needed him here.
Right.
There's a vacant lot and then there's uphill a lot that is for sale, and I heard that they had been, or someone was calling, inquiring that they've been purchased and maybe want to do homes, but then an engineer was asking about septic.
So, I mean, like the Balsams and
I
everything.
feel like they have.
There's, I
sewer.
mean, maybe it's not right to that lot, but it's gotta be close
Yeah,
by.
so, okay. We'll find out.
Ken will tell you he doesn't do sewer.
No.
Talk to Brett.
He might have.
So, and that was the one we were looking at is in the sewer district.
Okay.
So what's the next steps for that? Engineering study present to you?
We would want engineered plans and,
Northwoods.
yep, and right, they should submit to the park agency as well, so a coordinated review,
There's a
stagecoach.
Stagecoach Way. He's looking to extend
Oh,
his sewer.
there is sewer there.
He wants to go up to the lot.
Oh, to the new
All the way up
lot.
the hill?
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna flood pretty fast.
That's. And when you're looking at the bathrooms, are you looking at, you have to look at sewer for those bathrooms.
No, they're not.
No,
They're, because
No.
there's only, it's 2 stall, right?
yeah, they're gonna be like
They're gonna be
vaults.
holding to, they're gonna be holding
Yeah.
They'll be
to.
This was actually gonna ask,
Say you're not gonna do a leach.
So,
field
like,
up there.
we're just buying like a big, like a
Tank.
septic tank.
It's a big tank
Okay,
with no leach.
but there's no leach. Okay, so it's not a septic, okay.
No.
So
They get
nothing,
pumped out
actually
like boats?
nothing leaches out, like literally nothing.
So it'll be like a 2,500 gallon tank. And, you know, depending upon how it is, twice a year you pump it.
So we're doing it Raybrook water.
That's what we do down
At the,
at the Horseshoe Drive. We did.
And could the
No.
town like do that? Like, they can do the install for that? They can like dig a hole?
If they know what they're doing.
No,
I just don't know who would
we
install.
need
it.
more.
Well, you need an engineer. It has to be engineered.
Okay. And you
As far as the installation.
And whoever the engineer is stays on board through the completion of the project and then submits a sign off letter saying it was installed as I designed it.
okay,
Yeah.
you can just like dig a hole and like. But if you just dig a
but
hole.
it's an
like,
engineered.
Cover it.
It's an engineered.
What are they doing exactly?
I mean, there's roughly
Yeah, I don't know.
3 groups in the area, 3 companies that do most of the installs for septic.
Okay,
I guess you could,
we have to hire out to get that installed.
yes.
Okay, I need to.
Like I said, the major cost actually is the engineering.
But I proposed doing what they did at the Cascade Acres when they first built. The people that
Drums.
worked long-term at the transfer station said you couldn't keep a hot water heater.
Yeah.
People were scarfing them up and using it as holding tanks.
Then shooting them with.
Then
guns.
shooting them with shotguns.
And that's your beach.
That's it.
Oh my.
Yeah, technically it reaches out.
Very
There's
good.
no fingers, it just kind of reaches out.
All right, well,
When you were talking about asbestos, I had to give Sean Torrance bad news because he had the fire
Yeah.
on Station Street.
Yeah.
So because of the age of his building And because it burned, it has to be automatically treated as if it has asbestos in it. So George Fortune wanted the job, but he's not licensed for that, so Sean's gotta go to a company that is asbestos certified. So,
And Sears is gone now, so.
yeah.
So they have to bait it, then tear it down?
No, it just has to be treated in a way that when it's disposed of, it's not really treated anymore. How do I say it?
No.
It's not abated, it's just that it is handled in a way that, like it has asbestos in it. And when they go to dispose of it, they have the proper paperwork that they can hand off to.
I got
What's
it.
that, just a water stream?
I
That's
think-
how they did this place up here.
Yeah, could be. And maybe proper gear and bagging it in a certain way.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah, I remember many years ago, Joe Stanton doing what? I'm sure he didn't do it
No.
correctly, but
Yeah.
I remember with the hose and all that stuff.
Mhm.
All right, thank you.
Okay,
Give feedback on what you think and we can mix groups up next time.
sounds
Thank you
good.
very much.
Thanks.
We just don't want any here. I don't want to do it.
Anybody check out the Craig Wood site yet?
I did,
Yeah, I
I
did.
looked on my phone.
It's all right.
Well, I did though, I called Jeremy from the phone. When you click on to get a membership,
Mm-hmm,
it comes up about that big.
okay, I can probably fix that. I can